Right, welcome to Lunch on Caps on this beautiful Thursday. You are with your boy Lwazi Manqele. Starting off in our news hour roundup, we're speaking to, very excited about the partnership between Vodacom and the MEC in Gauteng for Education, MEC Panyaza Lesufi, where they're launching a new digital school management program, looking at hundreds or thousands of tablets sponsored by Samsung, working in partnership with Vodacom. That's the main story of the day in the news roundup. And then on the second hour, we joined by the Tshwane University of Technologies, SRC. They're going to be in studio with us today talking about a variety of issues, including the Freshers Ball that's coming up in September. And then, as you know, on Thursdays is our Tech Thursdays. I'm joined by Spliff and James, who are our geniuses when it comes to the fourth industrial revolution and technology.
On the line, we have got, is it Henley?
It's Hanley. As in honey with an L.
Oh, honey. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show. You are speaking to Lwazi. This is Caps Radio. I'm absolutely awed by reading the article on artificial intelligence with robots, the South Africa's first humanoid robot. Please, can you just unpack it to us? What's the whole hype about it, and what's the introduction all about?
So the humanoid robot that you refer to is called Pepper.
Pepper, yeah.
It's a she, and she is our ambassador bot for a summit coming up mid-May from the 15th to the 18th at the Ticket Pro Dome. That is called My Future 4.0, and it's all about next-level digital skills and careers.
Oh, fantastic. Now, I'm literally talking to my my co-host here in the studio. We asking ourselves, what are robots coming to do? What should we take from this? You know, we know robots from television. You know, so we're thinking, what's the hype behind robots? What's the need for them?
You know, it's a very good question. We've been working on this particular project for over 18 months now, and it is probably the first question that has been asked in, our research program always.
Wow.
And I think that it is because it's pretty daunting. I think the fourth industrial revolution is something people don't really understand or get their heads around. It's scary for parents because we don't know how to guide our children into this new digital revolution. And then, of course, with that comes AI, and the threat of robots taking over jobs, especially in a country like ours where, unemployment is already such a big problem. But really, robots are there it's an enabler. So they will always be doing what we ask them or tell them or program them to do. And so, yes, there's a lot of talk of robots taking over sort of day-to-day, mundane and routine jobs, and that's definitely going to happen in the future, probably sooner than we think.
Yeah.
So, for us, this particular platform that we've put together for May is there to open the minds of our youth and parents and educators and students and anybody that's already employed and looking to upskill themselves just to see what this next digital revolution will bring, what robots will bring, and what skills we need to focus on and work on while we're young, our youngsters from primary school upwards. To be able to use that and embrace that technology, things like creativity and flexibility,
exactly,
and problem solving, those are the skills that we really need to focus on to be able to work together with AI and robotics, and then create more jobs as opposed to lose more.
Absolutely. Now, with the 4.0 digital skills, what exactly, what's in there?
So it is a show. It's a 3-hour experience, and it runs for 4 days. So on Wednesday to Friday, we're focusing largely on school groups coming out as an excursion to come and see what the jobs of the future would look like. The actual event is broken down into 2 sections within those 3 hours. The first half of your experience would be at the Theatre of Tomorrow, where we have a showcase. It's almost like a movie where we're going to show everyone what jobs were in the past, what they are today, and what they will look like in the future. So I have to also stress that it's not just for people that are into technology or people that have always wanted to become somebody in the world of technology, it really affects every single industry and every single career. So even your standard careers that you're looking into, law and accounting, all of those careers will change. So in the theatre, we want to open the minds of our visitors to what your job will look like in 5 to 10 years from now. The other part of the summit is an expo. We like to refer to it as a Techspo. And there are a whole lot of high-tech, thought-leading companies on the floor waiting to speak to our visitors and network with them and give them more information on particular industries and, of course, also our tertiary institutions that would guide our children into the right direction and give them information on, further studies after school.
Okay, Mama, that was a very good opinion. But then the question that I have for you, you're talking to Mongezi here. Sorry, you're talking to Mongezi. The question that I have for you is that, do you think the invention of robots here in Africa will bring more job opportunities, or it will bring more unemployment?
I do believe that it will eventually create more job opportunities the sooner we embrace it. And it's not just robots. Fourth Industrial Revolution covers, as I said, loads of industries that don't necessarily just involve robots. But if you look, for example, at the agricultural sector hundreds of years ago, where there was a farmer and a couple of people just sort of growing mealies or whatever it was that they were producing on their farm. There was a very small number of people involved in that particular farm, and with the invention of machinery and steam and electricity, that farm then became more of a factory. And if you look at how many people are employed in the food and packaging industry today, it is almost unthinkable, that an industry could grow just because there was machinery. So what I'm trying to say is we have to embrace this. We have to get these artificial intelligence and robotics and everything else that's coming into the fourth industrial revolution and into our jobs to help us with the mundane things so that we can create better opportunities. And with that also comes entrepreneurship. So suddenly it's very easy for a youngster to start his or her own startup or little company if they have any ideas, app development, gaming development, and eventually employ others. Whereas before, those type of jobs never existed. So it's really the creation of new job titles as opposed to taking away jobs.
Absolutely. Absolutely, honey. And I'm getting the sense that this means that I think as society, from young and all the way, from grade 0, we need to start developing a more inventive sort of curriculum and a way of thinking that we need to be more procreative, because I think exactly. So because if we culminate that type of attitude from young until old, people will grow up knowing that robots are there to assist. They will find them as a means of enabling, like you're saying, because we've got that inventive sort of mindset as a society. And I think it bodes well for the future because, with modernization and everything that's happening, we would like to catch up. Now, before I let you go, some of the benefits that you can maybe say, just examples of these are some of the benefits that we can look forward to in the next couple of years that robots could actually bring in our education space specifically.
Oh, and to add on that, I understand that you have summits a year.
Yes.
Would you like to know more?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last question.
He says he would like to know, can you also give us information in terms of the summits that you have each year?
Okay, yeah. So the summit itself will happen every year in the middle of May in Johannesburg. We're going to be traveling the summit also to Cape Town next year, in the first part of the year. We haven't got exact dates yet, but it's definitely going there as well. In terms of the previous question you asked about the benefits we could look forward to, I would, for example, use law, the profession law as an example, where people are crunching loads and loads of words and putting documents together.
Yeah.
These days, that kind of thing, for example, is very easily taken over by AI or robotics, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, wow.
And you're able to serve more clients. You're really able to sit in front of them and understand them and form relationships with them so that you can bill more and eventually employ more.
Absolutely.
And that is just one career that I can think of. I mean, accounting is another. So it's not like it would be taken over. It's definitely that we have to make sure that we become more creative, we think more out the box, and we use this technology to our advantage to grow our businesses and to employ more people.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Hani, for coming on our show and our listeners. Now, before I let you go, can you just please let our listeners know where they can get hold of you on the type of platforms that you're available, whether you've got a website or emails?
Great. So, yeah, our website is where all of the bookings take place. And I just have to also mention there's a cost to coming into the summit.
Yep.
However, I know that you are an educational platform, and I would have to mention here that we have got an opportunity for school groups that don't have the budget currently to apply for sponsored tickets. We have a very generous sponsor that has pre-booked a number of tickets.
Wow, fantastic.
It's a very easy, user-friendly process, and somebody at our office will gladly assist in handing out some of those sponsored tickets should a school not be able to afford to come through. The website itself is www.myfuture4.com. That's the digit number 4. And all of our contact details are on there. So anybody who wants to deal with school groups, for example, they'll find the correct person on our website. We're also very active on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. There's a whole lot of things that are happening at the moment. But really, most of the information is available on myfuture4.com, including school group bookings and individual bookings.
Honey, fantastic. I am so excited, and we will certainly distribute the news in terms of your website, and I'm literally going to encourage all schools, actually, whether they can afford or not, to actually go on the website and have a look.
That will be wonderful. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Absolutely, honey. Have yourself a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay,
Thank you. Bye-bye.